surviving. There's not much mortality, so that's good. We'll check our recruitment stringers to see if we get any new spat down at our site. But the adults are doing well. They seem like they weathered this fairly well, so that's good.
Tell us about where we are and what we're doing here.
We are on the oyster reef at Rio, just off Jensen Beach, and we're just seeing whether or not if there's any adverse effects on the oyster populations here at this reef due to recent discharges. This is one of the historic reef areas in the St. Lucie. The other one is right across the river in front of the Martin Memorial Hospital, and that's another extensive reef. This one, I believe, is a bit bigger, and it's regularly monitored by FWC, one of the agencies, and we're also doing some research at these sites to look at apply acoustic technology with Grant Gilmore to see how reef sound signatures change, and especially when we have differences due to water quality, and that may be caused by discharges from the lake.
Show us what a healthy oyster looks like.
Okay.
Tell us what you're looking for here.
Okay. I'm just picking up clusters of oysters. When they settle, when oysters are in their larval stages and they're settling on top of shell, they'll form dense clusters. And that really is a good indicator of when you have this nice cluster of oysters, and these are particularly large, that's a good indicator of a nice healthy reef. And then of course when you look at all these clusters, and they're linked together or glued together, that forms a lot of space for other critters to find a hiding place in and make their living. So this is right now things are looking well for this reef, so it's good.
And we'll also be checking sites that we've put out, that you guys have put out
Yep.
with oyster gardeners, as far as and places where you're trying to get young oysters to
recruit to.
Right.
Well, we have a restored reef out by the Evans Curry Bridge, which is a reef that was built with volunteer effort and help in May of last year, May of 2009, and we're regularly monitoring that site for recruitment and survival and growth. And it's been a good site because it's generally buffered from the effects of discharges. They don't normally grow as big as up here, but it is